not yet at the front, and one of the tail enders is smoking rather badly.
Yes, the red and blue car in the middle of that, middle of the lead pack is smoking a little bit. Here they come then, down towards Woodcote for the first time, and there's a change of lead. Woolmer has got ahead on the Lavant Straight. Coming down into Woodcote, and Colburn comes back at him. That was all a bit squirrely, wasn't it? Number 12 in second place, and that is James Colburn. But it's Woolmer from Colburn. We've got Grindle, by the looks of things, in third place. Looking down the field, here's some timing. The chicane this year is made of water-filled plastic blocks. They are not to be hit in race cars because they're much more solid than the previous iteration. But 38 it is, Woolmer who leads, and he's getting the car nice and sideways. Colburn comes back at him on the inside of the exit of Madgwick Corner. Colburn gets his nose back ahead. That's absolutely sensational. They're side by side into Ford Water. Absolutely brilliant. Side by side into Ford Water, and the yellow car prevails.
So it does, Marcus. Totally different driving styles. Richard Woolmer doesn't mind getting his car sideways absolutely everywhere. It nearly bit him at St Mary's on the opening up the inside. A much better run. Absolutely picked up by Kevin Turner there, but drifting wide. Now, if this could last all race, that's worth the price of the admission ticket in its own right. But Woolmer on the outside twitching and much surer footed than Lennon, number 12. James Coburn still holding the lead, but by what, 2 feet?
Well, Woolmer was absolutely sensational in the wet yesterday to take pole by almost 2 seconds in the end, but Colburn is another young charger, and they get side by side again down the Lavant Straight as Woolmer pulls along the side and goes back into the lead. But I don't think that's going to be the last move we'll see. These two really going at it, and they're already drawing away from the rest of the field.
And look at Darren Turner's down in 10th place in
which is where he predicted he'd be at the end of the first lap.
It's underpowered, that car, in this group, and Woolmer twitches towards the chicane. This is absolutely fantastic.
It's as though he's got water on his tyres. Coburn has all the grip he wants, but Coburn much more precise. But Woolmer just doesn't mind getting out to the loose raggedy bits.
Yeah, he's hung James Colburn out to dry a little bit on the way up.
We look at that replay, regains the
it?
position, possibly down at Woodcote. We can't tell you, but well, Oliver Hart knows how to do it. He's got to do it all over again, but you have to say that Rob Hall is going to be very, very wary. And a driver who does have to be super wary is our long-time race leader, Steve Soper. Craig Davis right with him. Don't forget, not so long ago, it was 3 and a bit seconds. Certainly isn't that now. Just 0.6 of a second on the start-finish line. There's a gap between first and second. These two red and gold Allen Man liveried Mustangs at the front of the field. Soper has the gold front bumper and the silver front bumper on the chaser, Craig Davis's Challenger.
Davis's car actually tucks in rather better, I think, into the apex at Lavant.
Yeah, very different lines there. And he's right in the toe. He's got a great run. He can try and pull alongside as they come down towards Woodcote. They are going to be side by side. Soper's gone to the inside to defend. Oh, they almost touched, but can he go around the outside? No, he's thought better of it, and he's had to drop back in behind again. Not many people get to pass Steve Soper around the outside.
And he won't get two Mustangs side by side from the chicane. Yes. I've noticed.
But Soper definitely under pressure, which I'm a little bit surprised about, Marks, given his advantage in qualifying.
Traffic up ahead of them, though. I noticed a car just diving into Madgwick, not so far in front. That may be interrupting their passage as they get down towards, is that the Dodge Dart? It could be. Put that off as they take the run out of Madgwick.
Just up ahead, that's Graham Bryant, isn't it? Here's a go, down the inside towards Ford Water. Craig Davis is through in car number 9.
Can he complete the corner? Can he get round the Dodge Dart? Yes, he should be able to do round the outside at the entrance to St Mary's. Great manoeuvre there. Look to my right, I saw the red and gold Mustang.
Lovely line as well from Craig Davis. The car seems well planted, actually.
Yeah.
It's got a few ripples in the wings, I've noticed. Legacy of that first lap, I suspect.
Well, what a brave manoeuvre.
Fatemi behind him.
And there's the first of the AGBs, the yellow barrel.
Yeah, that's right, it's the left hooker car. Car which is for sale. Check prepared car. Billy Bellinger. It's a Williams and Pritchard alloy body on that car. Desperately trying to think of a way to counter the power of the Ferrari.
Yeah, it's got some grabs, hasn't it?
Easing away at a second at the end of that second lap.
Cottingham clear out in front now, and you can see the dry line now on the circuit, and he's found it. He's got used to the car in a very, very short space of time. Now we've got this scrap. It is indeed the battle for fourth place. Oh, on the back end of the number 65 car, opposite lock. He's looking right, he's looking left. Is there a way through under the car with the blue and yellow Swedish livery?
Yeah, Mark Bates is pushing hard now to see if he can unseat Ambrogio Perfetti from fourth place in the 16 car.
I think it's a matter of time, personally. He's looking very determined.
Bates, who races porters all over Europe, and has done for a few years now. Meanwhile, James Cottingham goes through out front. New fastest lap of the race, about 38.640. Still 7 seconds away from the pole time, but there they are side by side, Perfetti and Bates up towards Medrick, and Bates has managed to squeeze around the outside, so he takes that fourth place. Mark Bates is going to run out of road on the outside. He gets very sideways, he's got all the luck he can muster, but he's just managed to hang on to it. Superb.
And he hit a wet line as well.
And Perfetti's got the speed coming out as a result of that. Sapped momentum, didn't it?
Just eased by again, so back into fourth place again. Perfetti, and that all went wrong for Bates at Madrix. He went in too hot, hit the wet stuff, got it sideways, had to fight to keep it on the track, and that left the door open for Perfetti to go through the 16 car, then back up to fourth. These two had it nip and tuck all the way. It's game on here. Back to the Porsches. Brilliant stuff. Bates got another snake on there. He's throwing everything at it, using all the track and more.
He's just not got the grip. I don't know, he doesn't seem to have the same
He seems
grip
to be
level.
finding the slippery stuff.
Well, we've had a change of lead again. Pitaway must have hit trouble because we've got the Delage into the lead.
And they're
we've
all
got
together.
Julian Majoub right on his tail. What happened? It was off-camera shot. I couldn't see it from my commentary position, but coming down to the kick before St Mary's, Siletsky was back into the lead, so we have a three-way battle for the lead, just as it looked as though it was going the other direction.
Is Julian going quicker or the others going slower?
That's a very good point.
Last lap 1:52.6, so matching their pace.
And Julian's bustling up to, onto the inside at Lavant. He's preparing himself for a move, isn't he? He's got those Blockley tyres up to temperature.
I suspect Julian's been holding back. Well, we'll see. Here's Duncan again.
Here he comes
Past the Delage.
in a straight line. So his Delage may be slightly hobbled somewhere. And is the Sunbeam going to come through as well? No, Siletsky moves across, just dominating the centre of the road. Looks over his shoulder quickly to see where Julian Mazoub is. There's a car ahead of them. Julian skirts the grass, doesn't he?
Almost 2 wheels on the grass.
Oh, and Pitaway may find himself impeded in the chicane unwittingly.
Well, for a race that really started to stretch out, it's really narrowed down at the front. And Pitaway leading. We know that Siletsky in the Delage has the power to get back at him, but not as nimble. And Julian Majoub, was he just biding his time? Of course, the tyre manufacturer knows his rubber very well indeed. It's great to see the Sunbeam rejoining the battle to get up into third place.
1.4 seconds across the top three.
There's the giant Fiat Sottofrascini being lapping the big chain drive Bugatti. Delage.
Oh, a little bit sideways there.
Touch of the Mika Häkkinen's there.
A little bit sideways for Siletsky, and Pitaway's made a few lengths out of that in traffic.
I'm just wondering if there was a problem for Pitaway with traffic last time around, and he
may well
suddenly
be.
lost all that ground. And now
Mazoub.
Majoub into second. Why do second when you can do the lead? Well, that's economy of motion, isn't it?
Yeah, before
third place,
the
second
kink.
place, first place, before the kink, and now will he pull away? Of course, when he gets the tighter corners, Pitaway will be able to fight back, and if the Delage Siletsky can lose the gear change problems or whatever has been slightly slowing it at points around the circuit, we'll be back to a three-way battle for the lead. But Majoub, was he biding his time, keeping his powder dry, but he's really pounced this lap.
Lapping the Targa Florio Alfa Romeo.
Beautiful line through there by Pitaway. Absolutely perfect. One arc all the way through Lavant. Now he's coming up on the outside of the kink, and he's getting past. He's past Mazoub.
Great entertainment. Now, can Duncan pop in front of Julian on No, he retains second place into the chicane. There's going to be a bit of traffic, the big Austin.
It's way in the Austin.
Coming up from that engine.
Awesome stuff.
Into second gear for St Mary's. Well, he snatches third and then second again for Lavant.
On the outside there at Lavant, tries to tuck back, get the cut back on the exit. And John Young trying the same thing up ahead of him. Little bit of graceful tail wagging from John Young's coupe, the fixed head coupe Jag, chasing the drop head, the Roadster, out front. And they come hurtling down towards Woodcote. There's going to be no room down the inside, that's sure. John Young's made sure of that one. Shaw, Young and Pirot circulating very, very similar times. Pirot best sector one of anybody on this lap. That's irrelevant. You can't get past the Jag at this point. Again, he tried to squeeze up between the Jaguar and the pit wall. Last time he was robustly denied by John Young.
Gives him again a better line into management, but he wasn't able to take advantage of it. Aims for the second apex and stays in third place. Fabulous racing.
It is superb, isn't it? And Martin O'Connell remains in fourth place. Vincent Gay is in fifth. And
so Wolfgang Friedrichs in the pole-sitting Aston Martin GT had a spin down into 12th place. Now the driver change window is open after half an hour, with half an hour to go. Who's going to take advantage of an early driver change?
One of the first will be in, it'll be Wolfgang Friedrichs. It always happens.
I think one of the last in will be Emanuele Pirro. Ferraris very quick in second gear, then Emanuele pops into third and loses a length, a yard or two to the E-Type.
It's a fascinating scrap, isn't it?
It really is.
Sure, hanging on, there's more cars up ahead of him to negotiate. Just a tweak to that second place, to put his lad into bat. The Ferrari again tries to come. This time that line is covered by John Young. Switches sides.
Is this going to give Emanuele an advantage to Madrick? No, is the answer to that.
A couple of cars in. Friedrichs is in.